Welcome to BikeBeat. Today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic cruisers to ever roll out of Milwaukee, the 2025 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 117. This machine is not just a motorcycle, it's a statement on two wheels, the kind of bike that turns heads and stirs something deep in the soul of anyone who loves the rumble of a big V-twin. Harley-Davidson has given the Fat Boy a serious refresh for 2025, packing in more power, refined design details, and a few modern touches while keeping that unmistakable Fat Boy attitude alive. The first thing most riders will want to know is the price. The 2025 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 117 starts at around $22,599 in the US, with the special Grey Ghost Edition coming in at roughly $25,399. Of course, taxes, freight, and dealer fees will vary depending on where you are, but for a motorcycle that blends legacy, power, and craftsmanship like this, it's a price that buys you something truly special. At the heart of the 2025 Fat Boy is the Milwaukee-Eight 117 engine, a 1,923 cubic centimeters air and oil-cooled V-twin that cranks out about 101 horsepower at 4,800 revolutions per minute and a meaty 122 pound-feet of torque at just 3,000 revolutions per minute. This engine represents the top of Harley's Softail line and transforms the Fat Boy into an absolute torque monster. It's got that deep, baritone exhaust note that's unmistakably Harley, loud enough to make an impression but tuned for a richer, more refined tone than ever before. Roll on the throttle, and the bike responds instantly, surging forward with that trademark low-end grunt. It's not about high revs or top speed, it's about the way it makes you feel when you twist the throttle, confident, powerful, and completely in control. Harley's engineers have done more than just drop a bigger engine into the frame. The Fat Boy 117 rides on the company's Softail chassis, which gives it a good balance of rigidity and comfort. The hidden rear monoshock preserves the classic hardtail look while offering much better ride quality than the old-school DualShock setups. Up front, you get beefy 49mm forks that add stability and soak up bumps without wallowing. The ride is firm but never punishing, just what you'd expect from a heavyweight cruiser that still wants to corner when you ask it to. Braking comes courtesy of a single-disc setup at the front and rear. It's not sport bike level bite, but for this class of bike, it's more than adequate. The Fat Boy's heft and torque mean you'll be using engine braking a lot anyway, and Harley's ABS system gives you confidence when slowing down the 700-plus pound beast. Tires are another talking point. The massive 240mm rear and 160mm front Michelin Scorcher 11 tires not only look incredible but provide solid grip and a surprisingly smooth ride. The wide rubber gives the Fat Boy its iconic stance, muscular, planted, and instantly recognizable. Speaking of looks, the 2025 Fat Boy is a stunner. This bike has always been about presence, and the new model takes that up another notch. The wide front end, the solid Lancaster disc wheels, and the abundance of chrome all shout classic Harley muscle. The silhouette remains unmistakable. The big headlamp nacelle, the broad tank, and the muscular rear fender make the Fat Boy look like it's flexing even when parked. Harley's designers haven't strayed far from what made the Fat Boy legendary, but they've refined the details, sharper finishes, better materials, and just enough modern touch to keep it fresh. The new Grey Ghost Edition deserves special mention. Limited to just 1,990 units worldwide, it's finished in a reflective silver PVD reflection coating with bright silver powder-coated frame and yellow accents on the timing and rocker covers. It's a tribute to the original 1990 Fat Boy that started it all, blending nostalgia with cutting-edge finish technology. It's the kind of bike collectors will want to hold on to, but also one that begs to be ridden. The ergonomics on the Fat Boy 117 are classic cruiser. The seat sits low, just under 26 inches, which gives most riders a confident reach to the ground. The wide handlebars and forward foot controls put you in that laid-back, feet-forward stance that defines the cruiser experience. It's comfortable for long hauls yet solid and commanding around town. The seat itself is plush, and the overall riding position feels relaxed but strong, perfect for chewing up highway miles or showing off at a Sunday meetup. Despite its classic appeal, the Fat Boy 117 isn't stuck in the past. The bike comes equipped with modern essentials like LED lighting, a digital analog gauge setup that gives you a mix of old-school charm and new-school information, and rider aids like traction control and ABS. Some trims also come with selectable ride modes: road, rain, and sport, letting you adjust throttle response and traction settings to suit your riding style or weather conditions. There's even a USB-C port for charging, discreetly tucked away so it doesn't ruin the bike's clean look. In terms of handling, the Fat Boy 117 feels more composed than you'd expect from such a heavy cruiser. Harley's chassis work really shows here. The bike feels planted and predictable in corners, with minimal flex. It's not a canyon carver, but lean it into a long sweeping bend and it stays stable and confident. That wide rear tire does mean slow-speed maneuvers require a bit of muscle, but once you're rolling, the weight just melts away. On the highway, it's rock solid. At 70 miles per hour, the engine is just loafing along, barely breaking a sweat. Twist the throttle to overtake, and the Fat Boy surges forward effortlessly, accompanied by that unmistakable V-twin rumble. Customization remains a huge part of the Fat Boy's charm. Harley's accessory catalog is extensive, with everything from performance exhausts and handlebars to custom seats and chrome packages. Riders can easily make the bike their own. That's part of the Harley lifestyle, after all. Whether you're chasing comfort, performance, or pure style, there's a path to personalize this machine. Of course, the Fat Boy 117 isn't for everyone. It's a big, heavy motorcycle that demands respect. If you're looking for flickable agility or high-rev excitement, this isn't your ride. Fuel economy isn't its strong suit either, and with that big 117 engine, you'll be stopping at gas stations more often than smaller bikes. But none of that matters when you're behind the bars of this legend. The Fat Boy isn't about numbers, it's about feel. It's about that pulse through the bars, that deep exhaust note echoing off buildings, that sense of presence when people turn their heads as you ride by. What really sets the 2025 Fat Boy apart is how it blends its heritage with modern capability. Harley has managed to evolve the bike without losing its soul. You still get that unmistakable Harley experience, the torque, the sound, the styling, but now with better comfort, sharper performance, and the tech to match today's expectations. It's an evolution that respects the past but embraces the future. For many riders, the Fat Boy 117 represents the sweet spot between nostalgia and performance. It's not a stripped-down bobber or a futuristic cruiser. It's pure Harley muscle, refined. Whether you're a longtime Harley fan or someone looking for your first big cruiser, this bike makes a strong case for itself. The 117 engine gives it the power it always deserved, and the refined styling makes it more striking than ever. So, who is the 2025 Fat Boy 117 for? It's for the rider who wants more than just transportation. It's for someone who wants to feel the road, to hear and feel every pulse of the engine, to ride a bike that looks as powerful as it feels. It's for those who understand that a Harley isn't just a motorcycle, it's a lifestyle. That's it for this deep dive into the 2025 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 117. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe for more from BikeBeat, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next ride. Whether you're on a Fat Boy or anything else with two wheels and a pulse, keep the rubber side down and ride safe. See you on the next one.